Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Dennis. So today we're going to review a product from a company called X Layout. It is the X Central. So it's basically a dual foldable monitor stand. So foldable dual monitor stand is the exact description of it. So we're going to get it out of the box. We're going to do a quick unboxing, see everything you get. And then I'm going to show you how it can be used and of what benefit you might get from it. I think you'll be surprised. Here we go. Okay, so here's our first look. So you've got two platforms, one here, space here, and then second platform with space underneath of it. So it's almost like it gives you a couple extra shelves, but if your monitor is up here, you've got room here and even underneath to put things on. It's got USB connectors, a whole bunch of hosts of stuff. We're going to get it out. We'll go right in depth on it. But like I say, it's from the X Layout. All right. It's a X Central foldable dual monitor stand. Okay, you can use it for a monitor, laptop, tablet, and even a phone. All right, and whatever other use you might find for it. So I wanted to give you some of the specs on it. As you can see here, you got your dimensions, big stand, small stand, max loads for big and small, and the net weight. So 5.03 pounds, gross weight 6.40. Materials, ABS metal, acrylic silicone. Color is black, and apparently it has RGB light modes, 6 modes. So I'm anxious to really have a better look at this. So let's start the unboxing. All right, so let's get it out of the box. Simple enough. I always like this design. I don't know what it is about it. I know it's only an X, but something about it I like. It looks cool. It's got nicely wrapped. It's got this kind of styrofoam, and I always prefer that. It doesn't make a big mess like the other styrofoam does, and it's just much nicer. So we're gonna get this out. All right, and we'll have a look at that in a minute. Some of the accessories that we get, of course, are the X Central foldable dual monitor user manual. Okay, so it's going to tell us everything there. And of course, it has a connector. All right, we're going to get more in depth because this is apparently going to be a little more than I was thinking it was. It even has a charger. All right, I'm really anxious now to check this all out. Okay, so this is everything you get with it. Let's get it out of this packaging. I'm going to get the plastic off. Here's you got plastic, and then you have even more plastic. So this piece here is another shelf. All right. Looks like it has legs too, but I guess we'll find out. So let's get this unwrapped as well. And let's have a better look. Okay, so now that everything is out of the plastic, this is pretty cool. So we got this part, which of course is your top level or second level, depending on how you want to use it. Okay, you've got these down here. You got your USB is going to plug in here, and you have this. Let me just see here. I'm not exactly sure what that does. Turns it on. Oh, it's a button to turn things on and off. And you have your feet, right? And on the back, you have your, well, this might be the front actually. Depends on how you want to use it. It has two USB and a USB-C connector. All right, I think that is fantastic. I didn't know how much I'd be able to use this. I'm going to be able to use it quite a lot, actually. So on top of that, you've got this piece. Now this piece, these legs, okay, they started off down here. And as you can see, you just pull on them, and they come up. Now, what are they used for? Well, pretty simple. They sit onto these slots here. You just place them in there. And now you have your second level. So you're going to power it using this 5-volt connector. And then we have another connector here. And that's going to give you your USB, so they're activated. Now, you also have this. So this is going to open up. And on the inside, I'm just going to turn. You got this. Right? So then you put it down. You can put it here. Or you can put it all the way back. And then you pop this open, right? You can set a tablet, laptop, monitor, or a phone. Just there. You have some space to work with. And you could even probably get another one of these and just keep right on going if you wanted to. So let me delve into this a little bit and we'll come back and explore some more. So as some of you might want to know, the reason it's called a dual monitor stand is because you can take them separately and put them side by side. All right, have your laptop here, have your monitor here. That's up to you. You have your USB ports on the front and everything. So right now I'm just going to I'm going to plug in all those connectors and see what's going to happen. So one thing else I wanted to point out is that button that I pushed. Let me just see if you can find that again here. I think it's on the back. So this button here, this does have RGB. A solid 3 press will turn it on or off. And there's 6 separate modes for the different colors. All right, we'll get into that in a little bit. So we're going to put this up here. We're going to get this on here back again. We're going to hook everything up and we'll go from there. So something they don't include is an adapter. So a lot of people will have these sitting around the house anyway. But if you don't, well, it would have been a nice thing for them to have included, but that's the way things are going these days. Anyhow, so plug this in here. Plug this into an outlet. Plug it into the back down here. And everything should turn on. So thankfully I have a UPS, so we're going to plug it in. And let's see what happens when I push this old button. So this, I do see, now let me just try something. Okay, good. Because if it was locked in that one way, it would block this. So I may have to plug this other one in yet. We'll see in a minute. I'm going to do that regardless. I want to see if this turns on. Is there anything going on? Nothing yet. Alright, so we're plugging the other one. We've got some power going to it. Let's plug in our other USB cable and then see what happens. Which is going to plug in right here. Which is why I would say you'd want that on the back. That way you have your USB cables accessible on the front for you to be able to just use. And the cables, by the way, this is about a 6-foot length cable. This one's probably about 4 feet. So that one you don't probably need quite as much of. Be able to push this right in here and then plug this into a, I don't know, an adapter or something. I'm not sure. We'll find out. Well, if we put it on like that, now you are going to have a couple cables here, but you know what? A lot of times today, that's exactly what you got anyway. So once I activate this by plugging in, probably to my monitor or even a computer, I think then we'll have the power for everything. So I'm going to go ahead and try that and see what happens. So a couple things to point out is this is not plugged in. It did, holding that button for 3 seconds, turn on the RGB. So let's just turn it so you can see that a little better. And it actually reflects here, so it almost looks like it's got 2 LEDs on both sides. All right, same on the other side. You have some lighting there. So I don't know about you, but that's a pretty cool little accessory. I really like it. All right, like I say, you can have a monitor on top, laptop on top, and then you have some pullouts on the front. All right, for a phone and tablet. Not sure this one pulls down or not. Nope. Okay, anyway, we'll figure that out. So you have your phone down here. And tablet probably in here, but probably a tablet you'd want up here anyway. Or you can separate them, have your laptop on one over the side and your monitor here. It all depends on what you want to have it look like or what you want to use it for. This is kind of cool. It's almost like you got a little drawer here just to put stuff in. Okay, slide it tucks out of the way. You can have, like I have a KVM switch, would fit underneath here very nicely. Everything else, remotes, all that kind of stuff would fit in here, and laptop in here. So I'm going to go get one and let's just see what it looks like. Okay, so here we've got our laptop sitting on there. Now, this works. It's on there. It's not going to move around too much. It's not 100% steady, but it's pretty good. I like it. It'll definitely work for what I would want. Now, something I never thought to try, which would probably work, is your USB coming from here probably could plug into your laptop and power from there if you wish to. And that would activate these two ports. So the ports on the bottom would be activated. So I just want to go over a few features here just to make sure I've mentioned on them. So we went all the specs. The RGB has 6 modes of color. I just want to quickly show that to you if I can find the button. So you got this one, which is going through all the 6 different ones. Hit it once. Okay, that's kind of a flashing. Second time, green. And then now this one is, oh, they're both actually. So it's kind of like a rainbow color. I'm gonna go again here. It's a little bit faster. And then it's changing colors again. So it's a solid red, it looks like. Flashing. Anyway, you get the idea. I like it. It's pretty cool. So like I say, you've got the thing for your laptop or tablet. You also have these, which are just drawers. Okay, a small one here and one here. This could be for, again, your phone. In actual fact, when you put it up there, now it's not in the way. All right, so your phone could set right here if you wish to, and then you have full access to here. So it depends on how you use it, whether you have access to this in the bottom or not, but it certainly works. And then you have another one on this side. That's just a drawer for putting stuff in, which I think is pretty cool. And a second one. So you have 2. All right, so that is pretty well thought out. And of course, don't forget, you have your extra USB on the bottom there. Now your USB is a standard USB 3.2. You have a USB-C as well. Okay, that's on the far, just off to the right here. Let me just go down a little bit. So your USB-C and your 2 USB 3.0s. All right, so always good to have extra places to plug in. You have a USB-A port, is what they're referring to it as on the back. You have foldable legs, so you can stack them, you can put them side by side, and it does show that you can plug a data cable from the laptop into the, where does it show it here? Micro B port for data transmission. Okay, so I looked at these legs again, so they fold right all the way out. So now you have an even bigger surface to put things on. All right, of course you have your laptop sitting here. This is here. So again, you have a drawer here, put stuff in, and you have another one for your phone if you want to put your phone there instead of the other place, and you have your USB ports. So as I mentioned a second ago, this plugs into the back, and you can plug this into whatever device you want. It could be your tablet, computer, for data transmission. All right, so that's a pretty damn cool feature. I mean, it's got everything. I'm really very surprised. It's so nice. I mean, yeah, if you need to organize your desk, this is certainly going to let you do that. I'm very happy with this. This is a great little product. So a little disclaimer here. So because they don't include the adapter, one of the things they mentioned is that the charging speed is dependent on your adapter. 5 volt, 1 amp, 5 volt, 2 amps, or 5 volt, 3 amps. Okay, that will give you different charging speeds. Now, make sure if you're using an adapter that's over 5 volts, okay, it may heat up your motherboard and result in damages to the product. All right, so just use one that's designed, the one that came with it. Make sure that the one you're using for the adapter is no more than 5 volts, and you will be good to go. And by the way, that is pretty much a standard for a lot of them, but check to make sure yours is indeed that, because you don't want to just, you don't want to ruin it just as soon as you get it. And again, the front USB ports on here, they're only usable, okay, if you have plugged in the data or charging cable is plugged in, okay? If it's not plugged in, you're not going to get anything out of these. You won't be able to use them, okay? So if you plug everything in, you'll be fine. And your different lighting modes, 1 press is blue, 2 is green, 3rd one is green and pink, which I think is what it's on now. 4 is multicolor. 5 is multicolor with a light gradual changing. And 6 is multicolor light breathing mode. So I'm not exactly sure which one this is right now. But anyway, it looks pretty awesome. So this is what it can ultimately look like. All right, you have your monitor set up. You have your laptop set up. You can have your phone on there if you wanted to, including a tablet. Plug everything in, and it's much more organized. I will definitely be taking advantage of having this product. Not sure if I have the RGB on all the time, but I might, because I kind of like RGB colors. And it just looks really super sharp. So this is probably going to be a setup I'm going to leave just sitting in place. Going to have my monitor right there, stand underneath. I've got the other one for whenever I need to review either a laptop or any other product that I want to just have something to set it on. And in fact, for the first time ever, I have a proper device for reviewing motherboards. And I've probably used this quite a lot. It will probably work perfectly. In fact, I know it will. So this is a product that has a lot of uses, and I highly recommend. All right, everybody, so this is the product. I hope you like it. I'm very pleased that this is a lot better than I was thinking. I like their arm that they had. If you haven't seen that, go back and check out the other layout video I've done. It will serve me quite well into the future. This is going to be even nicer because I have USB connectors on the front that I can use. I have my monitor that can sit there. I have a outlet that sits in the back that I couldn't quite get to, and it was always kind of hard to move things around. Now I can move it around. That slides around pretty easily. And then I have the spare one for the dual monitor stand. If I want to add a second one, I've got that there for that as well. So overall, of all the products I've reviewed, this is probably the most useful of any of them. All right? They provided the product. Don't get me wrong. They have definitely provided the product. They haven't paid me anything for it. Okay? They just provided the product to review. I like it though. And yeah, if I'd known about it, that it was this good, I'd have probably bought one sooner. But I didn't have to this time. So, yay. Let me know what you think. If you have questions, of course, give those to me. Put them in the comments down below. If you're new here, think about subscribing. Hit that bell for notifications for videos as they come up in the future. And as always, thanks for watching. Great product. You will not be disappointed.